Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. Actor Richard Gallion is making his first appearance on our program today to talk to us not only about his love of the industry, but what it's been like for him to do what he loves and to see the way that people have responded to it. You've gotten to see him in the movie on Black Coffee, of course, that appeared on BET in 2014. And this year, you'll be able to see him as part of the hit cast Empire. We're going to talk to him not only about these various roles, but also, of course, how you guys can stay connected with him. Richard, hello to you and welcome to the program.
Oh, man, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Hey, the pleasure's definitely all mine, man. First of all, congratulations to you on the success you've been able to have on camera. What has it been like for you, Richard, as you've been able to go throughout your career throughout the years? What has it been like for you to do what you love and to see the way that people respond to it?
You know what, man, it's just a blessing, man. I really take no credit for it. I would say I'm living a dream, you know. It takes a lot of work, you know. It definitely entails a lot of work, and some people don't understand the work that it takes. But when you love doing the work and you love doing what you do, I mean, it's considered, I guess, a great hobby.
Exactly. Well, you know what? It's nothing like doing what you love. So, Richard, take us back then a little bit, because I should tell our listeners who don't know. I mean, it's not just, of course, what you do on camera that you love. You also, of course, love being, you know, a part of music as well. That's another one of your passions. When did you realize that the arts was your thing and something that you wanted to be a part of?
When I went to rehearsal with a mutual friend, I was, you know, I had too much pride to say that I wanted to join, although they asked me and I denied them. I had too much pride because I felt like I'm an athlete. I ain't got no business, you know, trying to act. And, you know, finally just went up there and decided to do it and just had so much fun doing it, man. It was, I think that was a turning point in my life, because it's not that I fell out of love with basketball, but basketball kind of became my side chick. That's how you want to call it.
Right.
I fell in love with acting, and from that point, that's it.
Well, you've been able to be a part of movies as well as, of course, as I mentioned, television programs like the show Empire. We'll talk about that here in just a moment. Do you find that part of the fun of it for you, Richard, is being able to kind of slip into these skins and to become someone else that is so different than you?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's it's a challenge. I think it's a challenge. And it makes you more aware of, you know, what you face with in this world. Because the reality of it, a lot of characters that we portray and that we face, some of these people actually exist. You know, so I appreciate it. Yeah.
You know, it's funny that you say that, because I know, you know, when I was prepping for the segment with you, I actually went back to watch that scene from the movie Black Coffee, because we got a chance to talk to some of the cast when that was getting ready to air on BET. And you know what's so funny about that role is that, you know, we all know somebody like those characters. We know someone like you in the store, of course, you know, who's trying to get the attention of their, what hits, you know, all these girls in the store, you know, and it's not working out quite right. You know, we all know people like Darren's character that can't seem to, you know, find someone that wants him for him. You know, do you think that's also part of it, Richard, that you're able to hear from your fans about how much they can relate to these characters?
Oh man, yeah. Some of the messages I get, dude, it's such a blessing. The movie I did, even with Black Butterfly, this one woman, she emailed me through my website. And she said, just from watching that, my role of Daniel, you know, how he loved his girlfriend, how he stuck by her side no matter what, and was ready to protect her. She said that gave her hope, because she's been, you know, molested and raped multiple times, and she just felt like all men were dogs. But she just said that one particular role, that character gave her hope, you know, and it was like, it was touching. Wow. You know, so you just never know how you affecting someone's life, how you touching them.
Exactly. And you get to do it time and again through these various characters. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, either on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. Richard Gallion is our guest today. We're talking to him not only about, of course, his love of acting and also his side chick, sports, but also what it's been like for him to do what he loves and to see the way that people have been responding to it. So, you go from these various roles, and none of us ever know how life is going to turn out. But one of the things I noticed that, especially, of course, you're using social media, Richard, is that you have been very supportive of others, especially in the runaway hit, that Fox has now, Empire. What has that been like for you to go from being not just a fan of the show, but being a part of the show?
Man, it's amazing. I'm not the type to even get starstruck, but even from being on the set with Taraji, I was looking at the set of myself, like I wanted to say, like, hey, I had a big crush on you when I was watching Baby Boy. Like, it's like you keep your composure, but you tend to work with these people, and you realize these are just normal people, and that's how I start to view them. Now, they're just normal people, just got fame. They have same issues, problems, they family drama. They all have the same lives. It's just we see them in these totally different lights. But when I first saw them on television, it was more like, wow, I would love to just meet them. But then when you start to work with them, it's a great feeling. Great feeling.
It has to be a great feeling. What do you think it is, Richard, about this show? I'm kind of new to Empire, and I had friends of mine that said, "Hey, Cyrus, you got to watch this show." And I'm normally one of these people that go to bed by 8, 9 o'clock. So it's like, I don't know, but I watch, of course, because you're able to watch online to be able to watch the first episodes. And do you think part of it, for people at least, is that regardless of how much money the people, that they're seeing have, that they all are going through issues that all of us can relate to? Do you think that has been part of what has made that show such a runaway hit?
I think, it's like you get a chance to take a look into the actual industry. And, you get to see how cutthroat it is, because it's really like that. And again, like you said, you get a chance to see the challenges that these celebrities face. Money don't stop challenges. Money don't stop issues. Money don't stop a lot of things. Money makes you temporarily happy. It's like you get this great feeling when you get that first big contract or that first big role, but once you get used to that, or once that's all gone, it's like, it wasn't worth it sometimes. It's just, man, it's real. It's real to life for a lot of people.
Exactly. And I think that is one of the things that people get. So what can you tell us, Richard? I know you may not be able to give us too much, but what can we expect from you, at least, as part of the show? Can you tell us a little bit?
I play a bad guy. He's completely different from Duke on Black Coffee, I tell you that. He's,
okay.
I play Hulk. I'm I guess you can consider me like the Suge Knight for Creedmoor Records.
Okay.
I'm a bad guy, yeah.
Well, and then look, does that go back to kind of what we were talking about earlier? I mean, you're being able to bring a different character to life and to show a different side of yourself, creatively. Yeah, absolutely. But it's unfortunate, but this character was kind of easy to play because I grew up in the west side of Chicago. You see a lot of Suge Knights in Chicago. I can definitely understand that for sure. Richard, I want to talk about it. So you just mentioned something. I wasn't planning on talking to you about this, but since you brought it up, I guess we'll go there a little bit. You were talking about the show and how it shows, another side, of fame. How have you been able to balance it all? Because you are now one of those people. You've gone from being a fan of shows to now having fans of your own. You've gone from having, this desire to do something to now doing it and being recognized for it. How have you been able to kind of keep it all together and to keep that balance?
Honestly, the balance is God, man. The last thing I want to do is get beyond myself and lose my humility. And I always tell God, if I ever lose my humility, take everything from me. I want to make sure that I adore every moment. I appreciate it. I embrace the moment. And I don't even consider fans. I just consider them supporters. I don't like the term fan. because really they are supporting you, and those are the people that's actually helping you pay bills, so it's like, man, I just appreciate that support. So I have a different motto when it comes to that, but it is a blessing, man, and even I never would consider myself a celebrity. I don't care how big I get. I'm just someone, that's on a platform to be able to help others, so I have to be careful with how I handle the fame, because there's a lot of people who mishandled it, and their life is completely ruined because of that, and they help ruin others. So I just want to make sure that I stay the course and just, stay humble at all times with it.
Yeah, you know what, Richard, that is great advice for all of us, because we are all the same, and I think that is great advice for all of us to remember, no matter what profession we might be a part of. Again, everyone, Richard Gallion has been our guest today. We've been speaking to Richard not only about the journey of being able to do the work that he loves, but now, of course, to be recognized for that work. Make sure you guys are looking out for him in the hit show on Fox Empire, and, of course, for other projects as well. Richard, how can our listeners stay connected with you and find out what's coming up next for you?
They can go to my website. It's richardgallion.com. It's Gallion is spelled Gallion. I'm very active with checking my messages. I'm also on Instagram. It's just Richard Gallion. I'm on Twitter, which every Wednesday night during Empire I do a live tweet session. So you can definitely follow me on Twitter. It's Rich Gallion, and that's pretty much it, man.
All right. Well, Rich, man, and congratulations to you on the success, and definitely looking forward to staying connected with you and looking for you on Empire as well.
And make sure you look for me on Sirens. I got a role on Sirens. Come on USA.
Awesome. All right. So Cyrus, too. Make sure you guys are looking out for Richard.
No, I was just saying Empire has been, it took over, television, so people kind of forgot about them other shows. So I want to make sure I still show love for that. I still, Sirens, USA, they hold it on.
Gotcha. Well, we'll definitely be looking out for you, too, there as well. Richard, man, thanks again for the time today. I really do appreciate you stopping by.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. For our radio audience, you guys stay where you are. There's more conversations live to come. For our online listeners, you guys stay with us as well. We'll tell you a little bit later. You can go back and catch the replay of this conversation. We'll be right back after this.